This is Racing to Win. Athero returns from a spell on Sunday, of course, and John Moore caught up with Ed Sadler on Hong Kong Direct with extended coverage on Athero. To see that, go to hkjc.com and click on Multimedia Showcase. We're going to see Athero trialling shortly because it is the Sprint Cup. Got a number of these which have clashed recently. Hot King Prawn's been back to the trials and he won that on the 26th of March. He won a Class 1 on the 8th of March. Thanks Forever. He ran second to Beauty Generation in the Group 1 Sprint Cup. Mr Stunning's been to the trials, as has Full of Beauty, all on the 26th. DB Pin, 10 weeks between races. He's had a trial. He ran 4th on the 26th of March. Big Party, a beaten favourite last time. And Athero, he trialled over the 1,000 metres down the straight and was very, very bold in that trial. Voyage Warrior, the 7 horse, has been to Chungfa. Speed map time, and Tom, where do you see the speed here?
Well, I think the speed in this race will certainly come from the likes of Athero. Hot King Prawn to get a nice run on the trail, but I thought even Voyage Warrior just might be able to sit a little bit closer to Athero and potentially force the issue a little bit, which may make the speed more on the good side there. I mentioned Hot King Prawn should get a nice run. Big Party, he's coming into this second up. We know his second up record. DB Pin wouldn't be too worried if he sits out to their DB Pin. It might even suit him. And horses like Thanks Forever and Full of Beauty to come from the tail. But Athero, but maybe the pace might be a little bit stronger with Voyage Warrior because we know he's a free-going type.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? The speed map. And looking at the track work now, Hot King Prawn, he moves nicely enough here. So a good piece of work here from Hot King Prawn. It was an impressive win last time, beating Thanks Forever. The horse looks good and he travels really nicely here. So he goes well. Thanks Forever, here's the one that he did beat at his last start. So a nice piece of work for Thanks Forever. He strides out nicely down the back straight. So he goes well. Does the 2. He looks cherry ripe for this race. And then Athero, look, he's going really well at the moment. He comes in with a lightish weight as well, and he goes really nicely. So nice piece from Athero, and he has trialled well recently.
He has. We'll see the trial very soon. John Size has got 2 in the race. He has got Hot King Prawn and Full of Beauty, and he caught up with Ed Sadler.
3 horses in the Sprint Cup on the weekend, John. Let's start off with Hot King Prawn. It was a tough win from him last time out. Yeah,
he's in good shape, and he's finally he's sort of showing his maturity and his development. He's at the right age for these good sprint races, and he's had no interruptions since he started at the beginning of the season. He's very strong.
Were you happy with the way that he trialled leading into Sunday?
Yeah, it looked normal. It was a good trial, and he seems to be on track.
Full of Beauty, has he been a little disappointing at his last couple?
Well, he's been in the Group 1 races his last couple, but there's no drop in class for him, or there's nowhere else to go. He went up in grade pretty quickly, and once he got there, he sort of reached his mark. But he's racing well, but he's just going to find the Group 1 races a bit difficult.
And DB Pin, a horse with a lot of ability, but injuries haven't been kind to him, have they?
No, he's had some interruptions in his career, and he's 7 years old now, so he just got 2 more races and then he'll retire. But he's sound, he's working well, he's healthy, and he's enjoying his life. So hopefully we get to these 2 races without any mishaps, and he can have a happy retirement.
Your 3 take on Athero. How good do you think he is, John?
Oh, well, I'm not training the horse, but I'm sure the trainer, he's happy to tell you how good he is, yeah.
But from a neutral observer point of view, is he the one to beat, or do you go in with a bit of confidence with one of your 3, with a Hot King Prawn?
He's obviously the one to beat. He's a very good horse. He's remarkable for his age. He's an outstanding prospect, so he's going to be very hard to beat in the next 2 races.
Battle of the Johns, Size and More, Hot King Prawn, Athero. Where are you going?
I'm going to go with Athero. Look, there's not much between the 2, obviously. Hot King Prawn's got fitness on his side, and he did win that race really nicely last time. Athero comes in better at the weights. The conditions of the race really suits Athero, and he's trialled really well. We know how good he is at his best.
And sometimes there can be that little bit of a question mark with horses coming into the race first up. He's had a long time off the scene. Of course, he had that fever after the international sprint, and it's taken quite a while to get over. They had potential ambitions with Dubai. That never happened, and listening to John Moore in the Hong Kong Direct interview, he probably said that was probably a blessing in disguise, really. But I nearly went with Hot King Prawn. I did contemplate putting him on top, and it wouldn't surprise me if he did beat Athero.
I should mention that. Beautiful segue. Here he is, Hot King Prawn. This is his Class 1 win from last start at Sha Tin. The great, we all know him. We know him so well. Out wide is, we've got Thanks Forever. Mr Stunning is through in the centre in the red and pink colours. Voyage Warrior, he leads for home just in front of Hot King Prawn. Big Party is behind Hot King Prawn, and Full of Beauty is just out here in between runners as well. So they all clash once again here, but it's Hot King Prawn who wins this race.
I thought it was a massive win from Hot King Prawn in the end, because he looked like he was going to be headed here. Big Party loomed up, Mr Stunning loomed up, the 2 horse on the inside, Voyage Warrior, Country Star, they were kicking. Thanks Forever chimed in really strongly. He looked like he was going to be beaten here, but he really lifted off the canvas strongly.
At this stage, any one of those horses could have won this race, couldn't they? But as you say, he's the one that lifted, and he got home the best. It was a nice win from him. I think of those ones, he looks the one to beat again.
This is the trial. This is Athero. We know his colours. We know how good he is. He's so easy to spot. There he is. He's in front. He does this so well.
Yeah, lovely trial from this horse. Look, he's trialled so well in the past. We know how he can win his races when he's at his best. If he is at his best, then he's going to take a world of beating. There's no questions. Of course, there's going to be that little bit of a query fresh up after that fever and everything, but looking at that, I'm willing to take the chance with him.
Yeah, he was very good in that trial, put a few links on them, wasn't pressured overly hard there, and just ran away from them. So he looks like he's going really well.
Further on that trial, wonder what Zach Purton thought about it.
He made a lot of improvement from that first trial to his second trial. Obviously, he hasn't raced for a while, and he's giving away race fitness to a lot of these horses, so it's not going to be an easy task for him. You know, ideally it would have been nice to have one extra trial, but time doesn't allow for that. I think he's in good enough form to go to the races, and let's hope he can show us his best.
He's won 5 from 7. You've been associated with this horse from day one. How exciting is he?
Yeah, he's obviously a very talented horse. Unfortunately, in recent times he's been plagued with his health issues, and I suppose there's still some cloud or lingering concern hanging over him in that regard. But, you know, as time goes on and he gets over all these things, then, you know, we don't know how good he could be.
Selection time, Paul, on the back of that interview. Do you like what you hear from Zach?
Yeah, I do. I think he has improved a lot between trial 1 and trial 2. So he's on top. Athero, I think he can win this race from Hot King Prawn. Big Party's unbeaten second up, 3 from 3. We know he's very good at his best. He was just a little bit below par last time, but although in saying that he didn't finish too far behind Hot King Prawn. And Thanks Forever with the big finish, 8-1-6-2.
Yeah, I decided to go with 8 Athero in the end, but I don't think there was too much between Athero and Hot King Prawn. 8 and 1. I think Thanks Forever, he's flying at the moment, this horse. It wasn't the quickest out last time out, settled last, but found the line really strongly. Of course, he won a huge race in the Centenary Sprint when racing well above himself there. And Mr Stunning, he looks like he's come back all right too. So 8, 1, 2 and 3.
Thanks, Tom. Can't wait for it. Athero v Hot King Prawn. It goes at 10 minutes past 4 Hong Kong time on Sunday afternoon. Still races 8, 9 and 10 to preview on Racing to Win.